farmers, and welcome back to Elm Creek over here at the oil facility. We did get a full pallet of olive oil, 1,000 liters. And I was looking down here, if we look at the pallet, 1,000 liters equals 960 kilograms. When I go look at the eggs, it's almost 1 kilogram to 1 liter, give or take, just a little bit. So we can kind of tell how many liters of eggs we actually got, because I was kind of interested in the eggs. In storage, you can see we got 633 liters of olive oil, not enough to make a pallet, so that's why it's not spawning out here. And the sunflower oil is from last year. I did deactivate the building because why pay workers here when there's nothing for them to do? So that is going to sit there for a while, I think. Currently, olive oil is going for like $2,100. I think we can wait for a little bit better price, but really, I'm not in that much of a rush to get $2,000. Let's rush on down. Well, I say rush on down. Let's come on down to the greenhouse. I just emptied out the greenhouse so we can get a lot of spawning. Plus, I did go ahead and fill up the water reservoir for the greenhouse because we're going to be skipping winter here very shortly. I thought about selling the lettuce, and this got me kind of confused about this economy page. So right now, I've seen lettuce at a better price than this before. And if we come in here, okay, now it's showing it up here. This page is driving me nuts. I'm telling you, it's driving me nuts. What else? There was something else I was looking at. It might have been silage. No, it wasn't silage. It could have been the olive oil. No, it wasn't olive oil. Yeah, so I was looking at something. Wasn't quite sure what I was looking at, but the prices were way off. What's the sorghum doing? Well, hang on to it. I'm not going to sell anything. But anyways, I'm kind of prepared to go through winter here. At the end of last episode, we bought a Breedle modded spreader from Stevie, and I couldn't figure out why it would not spread lime on the field. And then it hit me because you guys were making comments saying, I'm not doing the steps in the fields like I should. I realized I haven't been doing the steps in the cereal crop fields like I should, like, fertilizing lime and all that. It's because we didn't have the equipment. The one thing I thought about afterwards is, in Farming Simulator 22, do you have to do it in certain steps now? In 19, it didn't matter. If this was Farming Simulator 19 and the crops were growing needs lime, I could have come over with that lime spreader and spread lime. It would have put the lime down and taken care of the situation. So I brought the modded Breedle spreader on down here to a field that didn't have any plants in it, and it spread the lime just fine. So you got to spread the lime now before you plant. As for the olives, yeah, I did go ahead and watch a video from Farming Cop. I've watched his videos. I'm subscribed. I always get his name mixed up. Yeah, so I learned a lot about the olives. You just don't get rid of the weeds here. You gotta mulch that up. You gotta cultivate it and all that. It does need plowing, and we will get that equipment. I'm hoping we'll go through winter day by day here. Maybe some sales will come up in the store, and we'll be purchasing some things. A lot of things I want to purchase. A lot of things. So we'll see what comes up. That's why I don't want to spend no money currently. When spring comes, I'm thinking since we got the olive harvest going, and I'm going to take better care of these trees next year. And by the way, from my understanding is, even though these say withered, they will start regrowing again. I don't have to replant them. At least that's what some people have said. But I've seen some comments before as well as says, no, you got to replant them. I'm gonna take it as we don't have to replant them, but I would like to get this whole field right here with some olives. That way, next year's harvest will be better than this year's because I'm gonna take better care of these olive trees. I promise. I do promise. All right, so let's go ahead and let's start skipping some days here. By the way, if you're curious, in the used vehicle sales department, there is a Massey Ferguson here. Like I said, I'm looking for something for around the same horsepower, and really, I only want one more tractor currently. And that would probably be the T8. Well, let's face it. If the T8 comes up, I'm going to probably go ahead and get it. I don't want many tractors because hiring workers, when you're in hard economy, they are expensive. So, but it would be nice just to have a second tractor because when things get rock and rolling in here, I probably will get a hired worker. Let's go ahead and sleep another day here. So we're going to be in the month of December. The snow will come. I know I got my own equipment outside. Not a big deal. But we're just going to skip through winter day by day and check the store page. See what comes up for sale. And I did take care of all the animals, by the way, so they should be all set. And hopefully by the time spring comes, we can see some good amounts coming in. Yeah, we got that big loan payment for our loan that we have going here. All right, let's go into the store. So there's that Massey Ferguson. So by skipping the day, this stuff usually stays in here for about a day in the used vehicle sales department. At least that's what I've noticed. But we'll see here. Is that the one that we have? That's not the one that we have. But we got a trailer. We are all set. So nothing in the store page that really looks good. Although there's our header that we purchased and it's now half off. Go figure. It's supposed to. I thought it was supposed to snow today, but no go. All right, let's go ahead and skip another day. Now, I think I'll start doing some contracts. One thing I do want to get is an Amazon or Amazon, depending on how you want to say it, fertilizer spreader. I'll start doing some contracts on fertilizing spreading because $12,000 a day in loan interest, and it's going to get higher because I got to adjust that because right now our loan's only $3 million. And it should be $4 million. So, yeah, I'm going to have to make that money up somehow by doing contracts. So, second day of winter. Doesn't look like we got any snow overnight. All right, let's go to the store page here. And this is going to be for grapes. We're not going to be getting the grapes anytime soon. Prepares the vines for next year. So we're not doing grapes. We're doing olives here. I want the olive root. That is a slurry tank holder. Yeah, I haven't used one of those since 17, I think. Even before I started making videos on Farming Simulator. Okay, so nothing in the sales department for today. All right, let me just double check on the animals because it's been a couple days here. Let's see how they are doing. Our sheep are now 6 months old. When they hit 8, they'll start reproducing, which is good. Not a whole lot of wool there, but you know what? They're young. These chickens, yeah, it shows you how many pieces of eggs. It doesn't show you how many kilograms of eggs. And same thing can be said. We just see pieces. Oh, they're getting kind of low on the grain. Let's go ahead and get some sorghum in our tank, grain trailer, and feed them. I don't know. Can animals die in 22? I mean, they do have an age to them, so I'm going to say probably. Don't know. If it was seasons 19, I'd be like, yeah, if I don't feed them, they're gonna die overnight. Or if they get to a certain age, they will die. So let's go ahead and grab our trailer. So I'm hoping next year we'll be taking care of fields a little bit better because we're going to get more and more equipment. But so far this winter, we're not getting any sales in our favor. But we do have a lime spreader. When spring comes, whether there's a sale or not, we will be getting the Amazon modded spreader by Stevie. So we can fertilize our fields and I can start doing some contracts, bringing some cash in. I'm just going to go ahead and fill it. That's more than enough. More than enough. Spin this around here. And then just top them off. So I do appreciate the helpful hints that you're giving about, you're taking care of the fields. Yeah, I kind of realized that with these fields over here. But I've been kind of waiting on some sales as well. And the sales just haven't been coming our way. I mean, even when we bought the Bredal spreader, I'm like, watch, that's going to be on sale the next day. And sure enough, it was. You know what's going to be on sale tomorrow? Just because is the Amazon fertilizer spreader. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm saying it because I want it to be. Just double checking here. No, I keep hitting P. We got to hit the R key. There we go. If I can only sleep through winter in real life like this sometimes, Winters can be kind of long where I live. And the first couple months, it's like, oh, it's nice to see the snow on the ground. New season, new change. But after a while, it's like, yeah, I'm done with winter. Let's move on to warmer weather. All right, so here we are in the first day of January. Let's go to the store page. And nothing of interest for us at all. We got a harvester. And, of course, we don't have a forage harvester at all. Here comes the snow. In the winter, contracts. All right, so we got cultivating contracts. So getting a cultivator may not be a bad thing for doing. But they don't really pay that much, do they? The one thing I haven't tried yet, also, I did download the mod on the Giants Mod Hub to where cultivators, subsoilers, and whatever, you can use that to create fields. I wonder if that also makes it to where you can use a subsoiler for plowing on a contract. As we know, we tried that before and didn't work, but that was before I had the mod. I still think because in 19, I had that mod for subsoilers and cultivators could be used to expand fields. But when you do a contract for plowing, it still did not work. All right, so let's get through January here. The first day. Let's go to the second day of January. It's like rolling dice in the used vehicle department for the store, what comes up for sale. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. Meanwhile, every day I'm losing $12,000 because of loan interest, and I got no money coming in. I should check out my greenhouse to make sure that is not full. And nothing in the store today for us either. The harvester is still there. And that looked like a silage wrapper, if you will. I didn't use that in 19. All right, so we're not full, are we? Not even close. We got plenty of water, and we only got 1,000 liters of lettuce in storage. It can hold, at least the greenhouse I got here, the double greenhouse can hold 10,000 liters. So we're all set there. We should be good. Here on food, we just fed them the other day, so these chickens should be good. Oh yeah, so how many? So I thought the egg prices are good, and we're gonna get a lot of eggs. It looks like a lot of eggs, but this is like 80 liters of eggs right here. That's a lot of eggs. So if we go in the store market and we go to, where are the eggs? Right here. Currently the prices are mid, 1,500. And I got 80 kilograms, or about 80 liters worth. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. So I got excited when I saw the prices of eggs. I'm looking at the stack of eggs here. I'm like, that's a lot of eggs. Maybe it's not as well off as I thought. But who knows? We'll see. We will see. This is what we're doing in the series, learning, is it worth it? Just remember, I am playing on hard economy. If you're playing on, normal or easy, the prices are going to be a lot better. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get rid of the month of January. Let's just zip past January. It's just a long, cold month where I live, basically. So let's just skip it. Although it looks like I could be doing some field work in some other farmers' fields if I did contracts. Looks like I can't tell if that's rain or snow. That's definitely snow. Great demand. I always get great demand at the debris crusher. Always. I get that a lot. All right, store. Come on, give me something good here. All right, what do we got here? This is a nice little tractor, actually. That's 100 horsepower. That's more horsepower than our Landini. That is too wide. That's for potatoes. I thought that was going to be a cultivator for the smaller fields. Yeah, nothing here that benefits us at all. So that's great. Our crops are not growing, which I hope they weren't. I hope they stay there until springtime. I do like how the olive bushes look with snow getting on them. Ready for harvest. Does it still show contracts even though there's snow on the ground? It does. Is the ground... Oh, we don't... Okay, wrong Farming Simulator. I was like, is the ground frozen? In Farming Simulator 19, with seasons on, we'd have an icon in the upper right-hand corner telling us the ground is frozen. We can't do field work. Not really seeing it here. If we go to the weather report, what's the weather report saying? Yeah, it's minus 5 degrees Celsius, so that's going to be probably like 28 degrees Fahrenheit, somewhere around there. Well, let me just double check on the animals again. The sheep should be okay. Yeah, they're doing fine. We're getting some reproduction. Yay! Yeah, they got enough food until springtime, and the wool... I really need the wool to really happen this year. That really needs to happen. All right, let's get to the second day of February. You think this many days that we're going through that just something, just one thing, and the used items. Come on, used items. Something. Give me this one thing this winter. That's all we're asking for. I would like to see the T8 there, but don't be the T8. I don't really need the T8, but if I see it, I won't have to buy it. Okay, so pretty much nothing we need still. It really is like playing at a casino, you know. You're going to lose more times than you win. I've almost lost $100,000 here just by skipping through the winter because we can't... I mean, I was going to lose money in winter anyways. Either if I buy something or the loan interest. So many things I do kind of need for the farm. Just need to find something in the used department. Alright, so we're on the first day of March, so spring is here. And nothing. Nothing. Is the ground unfroze? Did that grow? I think that grew. That did grow, I do believe. So if I drive in that now, it's definitely going to be crop destruction. No, that's not what we wanted. Alright, so we gambled and I lost. I was hoping in the winter something would happen there. Are these are still considered withered. When can we plant those? When will they start growing? So we're in March. If we come on down here, olives, they should at some point, like people said, they should start saying that they're regrowing. They're still showing as withered. Well, we'll find out this year ourselves. Alright. Well, I didn't get my fertilizer spreader. So what we got for contracts? Cultivating, plowing, sowing, which I could do because we got our own. No, all the fertilizing contracts are gone apparently. They're not even here. Probably have to wait until the fields get sown in. With cotton, I can't do cotton. Oats I could do, but that doesn't pay enough for me to go up there and do that. Potatoes, I can't plant potatoes with what I got. Cotton. Alright, so you're just going to do... I don't think I can do sunflowers with the drill that we got. Potatoes and sunflower. You're just picking everything that I can't plant. But it is early in March, and a lot of things that we plant, I think, are either in April or in midsummer. Well, I think what we'll do here is we'll start taking care of our olive trees. How about that? So we're going to need our Landini for one. And I think the first thing we need to buy the plow that goes in there. So we're going to come in here because it's going to be easier to find it. That's going to fit in there. $5,000 for it. 65 horsepower. Is our tractor 65? I don't even remember what the Landini is for horsepower. Small tractors. Our Landini is 70 horsepower. Okay, so just barely we'll be able to do it. Well, let's go to the store here, and we will go ahead and buy that. Well, let's hop in our Landini, head on down to the store, and pick that up, and we'll take care of our little olive trees. Maybe that'll help them start growing a little bit. I am kind of curious. When we go to the store, now this was a used tractor that we bought. I want to go on down, and I want to see how much they're going to recharge to repaint the vehicle. We do got some wear on it. Not a whole lot, but we got some wear. But I want to see how expensive the repainting job is. Repair doesn't really need it. I think we're all set. Yeah, let me go ahead and jump in the tractor first person. I kind of like these little at first, when I saw the compact tractors, I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure I like the looks of them. But it's growing on me pretty quick. And it's going to come in handy. I did try before I started recording, just wondering, like, can the John Deere fit down the rows of my olive trees? Yes and no. It can, and then it gets stuck once in a while in certain areas, and you just wiggle the wheels and it will go through. So not really what you want to be doing if you got the rows that tight. One thing, but we already bought the sprayer. I did see someone write a helpful hint in on the olives. If you don't want to buy the sprayer like I did, and you want to use like a herbicide sprayer for all your fields, if you plant your olive trees every 3 or 4 rows, leave a wider gap so your bigger tractor can go down, then your sprayer will fit on down those rows. Yep, manual attached. Got the hoses there. Good. Raise up that subsoiler. And let's go ahead and take care of the grass in between. Because we need these olive trees this year to, yield a little bit better than they were last year. which is 100% on me because I didn't take care of them as well as I could have. But this year we're going to give it our all on all the fields. But now we just got to wait for all of our wheat fields to be ready for harvest. And then once they are ready and done for harvest, we'll spread lime on them. And we'll be good to go. Unfortunately, like I said, wait, does this have narrow tires on it? No, because this will do crop destruction as well, I do believe. Yeah, those back tires will definitely do crop destruction. And I'm guessing the John Deere I have will not be able to put narrow tires on there to fertilize our fields. But what we will do is probably fertilize our fields first after we harvest them. And that won't be until midsummer. We'll fertilize our fields. And then we'll spread lime on the fields. And then when I plant, hopefully they'll be 100% taken care of. Now, if we check the status of our olive trees, if you come in here, you can say it says it needs to be plowed, and this should take care of that situation. Hopefully. The one thing I got to make sure I don't make sure it's not allowed to create fields. All right, can I get out of the tractor to see what we're doing here? All right, let me just get to the side here a little bit so I can get out of the tractor. No, it still says it needs plowing. Isn't that... Didn't I not buy a subsoiler prepares fields for the next sowing? It can be used instead of a plow. It still tell me it needs to be plowed. Let me get... Well, maybe I got to get the other row. Maybe because the other row is still kind of showing up. Alright, well, let's see here. I hope the ground's not frozen. It's not working, but I think it's working just fine. It could be because I'm not doing a big section of the fields here. I wonder if I have to mulch the grass down first before I subsoil the ground. At least I took care of the weeds last year. I did something. I did something. Now this farmer over here with his fields, I want him to come over here and take care of these withered crops that have been here forever. Alright, let's see what this does here for us. I don't know if I have to do how close I have to get to the olive trees to actually make it say needs plowing. But I'm hoping this does it. If not, then maybe I have to mulch the grass first before I'm able to subsoil it. Because now, like I said, it looks like in Farming Simulator 22, you got to do things in the right order or it doesn't really apply. Needs plowing. Although if I look there, it doesn't say it needs plowing. Alright, okay, yeah, so I think it actually might be working. The problem is, depending on where I got the mouse pointed, it's thinking it does need to be plowed. So I'm going to get a little bit closer. I mean, I don't know if I have to get this close, but we're going to. It's kind of weird that the ground needs to be subsoiled even though the plants are not being taken down. But what do I know? I'm not an olive farmer, just in simulator games, I guess. So I'll learn. I don't know how many times I gotta do this per year. I'm sure subsoiling just once after a harvest, kind of like a root crop that you'd have to do. As for doing mulching and taking care of the weeds, probably as often as it needs it. Yeah, I may have to buy this field over here because it's starting to... It really is annoying me that much. Like I said, I've been getting a lot of nice comments saying I need to do the field this way, that way. I'm not doing everything in the field. And like I said, I realized I wasn't doing everything in the field. We just didn't have all the equipment. But the one thing I did not realize is now we got to do it in a certain order. But one comment is I'm playing Farming Simulator wrong. The only thing I will say to that is there is only one way to play Farming Simulator. And this is the rule you got to go by. Are you having fun? If you're having fun, then you're playing it right. Correctly? Maybe not. But I mean, you know, if you're having fun playing the game, then you're playing it the right way. And that's true with any game. Hey, if you're having fun, then, you know, what does it matter? You're having fun. That's the whole point of playing games. But what they were saying is I'm not playing it right is because I'm taking out a huge loan and doing all that. And it's like, yeah, well, we're just here to learn what Farming Simulator 22 is all about now. So when we get to the next series and what have you, we'll know the proper steps to take for the most part. We're learning about the production buildings. I know some people saw, like I'm showing out the production buildings, are saying, I don't think the production buildings are really worth it. Some are, some aren't. It's hard to tell right now. I cannot wait to actually get to where we make clothing and sell that. But I think once we get a lot of sheep, and the sheep start making the wool, then we start, and we already have the factories bought. We already got the spinnery bought. I got a place down, though, that's still a tailor shop. But once we have them, you know, I think it's going to be well worth it. But hopefully this year, this is our second full year here in Elmcreek. Hopefully now I understand that you got to do the steps now in a certain order. You just can't do it like you did in 19 to where you just went ahead and, you know, put down lime whenever you needed to. I mean, whenever you wanted to. You got to do it before you plant. Now I know you guys are saying I need to cultivate the fields every, well, these are the steps I need to take. And every step, you know, everyone's saying you got to cultivate the fields. I don't know if I have to, because our drill should be, it's a direct drill, and I do believe, should that not be part like that has the cultivator on it in a way, because it cultivates it before it drills. That's why you don't have to cultivate a field before you drill it. I don't want to have to cultivate the fields every year, because that means stones are going to come up, and I would have to, well, use a stone picker-upper, and that takes forever. I mean, I don't mind doing it, but it's just hard to see where you've been. Alright, now that I got another road done, let's step out here, and if I walk in between here, there, we see it does not need to be plowed anymore. That's definitely showing on up. Perfect. What about if I come over here? Yeah, so now it's not saying it needs to be plowed either, so must be I didn't get enough of an area plowed on it. But hopefully these will change from withered to growing. I saw a lot of mixed comments about people saying, no, you need to replant, and other people saying, no, they grow back. I'm gonna take the people that said no, they'll start, even though they say withered. They said, yeah, just got to get a couple months here in the springtime, and yeah, they'll start growing again. Don't worry about it. So we shall see here. We're just in the 1st of March, the first day of them planting. So hopefully by the 1st of April, we are all set. And at some point, I need to go back up to the sheep. By the way, the grass field over by the sheep in November was ready to be cut again. Let's be honest, I just didn't really feel like cutting grass today, in this episode. So I was like, no, I want to go through winter, because I wanted to buy the equipment. And I was thinking, through winter, 2 days per month, we're going to get at least one thing that I could definitely buy and use on the farm, and we got nothing. Absolutely nothing. So if I planted my olive trees a little bit closer together, I probably wouldn't have to go down the same row twice. I may try the next row going down just the middle and see if that covers enough area to where it says it doesn't need to be plowed. I thought about using our other subsoiler, but that is 4 meters wide, and I don't think that would fit down through here. Because this, I didn't even see the working width of this thing. What's the working width of this? This is only 1.5 meters. Let me just double check. If that subsoiler we got is... Yeah, it's 4 meters. So that's more than double the size of this, so I don't think it would fit down the row at all. Alright, just for learning purposes, let me just go right down the middle and see if that covers enough area. But before I do, let me just go down here. Yeah, it needs plowing, so let's go ahead and do so. Oh, and I have been told, although there's been some conflict about the BGA, apparently, I've heard it two ways. I heard I can't use the BGA for using the silage clamps, but then again, I got told, yes, you can. The only thing you won't get from the BGA is when you sell the silage, you're not going to be able to get the slurry, or sorry, the digestate from the BGA because you don't own it. All right, so if I come over to here... Alright, let me just get the other side of the trees on that side, and we'll see what it says. And I'm not going to plant the other olive trees as of yet, because it's only the first day. I want to wait to see when these start growing, because I should have... How many days can I plant the olive trees here? It's a good amount of days, all the way till June. So... I got plenty of time to plant the rest of the trees on down. So, remember that grass seed? The grass that we planted, we used a lot of seed on that? Yeah. I'm digging it up right now, which is fine. It's all good. Alright, so now if I go down here, did I get it close enough? Ready to harvest. I think it's picking up the grass. Yeah, picking up the grass. No, so you can see some areas here, it still says needs plowing, so I planted my olive trees too far apart, so I'm definitely going to have to go down the rows twice. So when I plant down the other ones, I'm going to have to be very careful and try to get them as close as I can, so I have to make double the work for myself. Now, the one thing I did see is, yes, you can demolish the orchards after you place them down, but just be aware, you don't get your money back on them, apparently. So I'll have to hug the trees. I guess if I got a 2 meter wide, or maybe a, I don't know, 2.5 meter wide subsoiler, that would probably be best. I'll just have to hug these trees. Oh, I was at the vehicle shop and I kind of forgot to see how much this would cost to repaint. Because as I saw on the John Deere last time I was recording, when I was at the store, I said, I had to double check because someone said in one of the previous episodes, like, oh my god, you see the price it was to repaint the John Deere? It was like $30,000. I'm like, no, they must have read that wrong. And no, they weren't kidding. I went there and I was like, $30,000 to repaint the John Deere. I don't even see a scratch on it. I'm getting as close as I want to against these trees. And there, now I'm not seeing where it says needs to be plowed anywhere. Alright, so step one, done. Definitely going to mulch the grass in at some point. But that wasn't too expensive, I don't think, either. But we'll wait a little bit and maybe I'll get lucky, which I haven't been. Yeah, this is called a mulcher. I think there are different size mulchers. This is a 1.4 meter. Let's go into here. So here's the subsoiler that we're using, the 1.5. Yeah, I think a 3 meter would be too big going down through there. 3 meter, then 4 meter. Definitely too big. So yeah, probably have to stick with that. Just have to do the other ones a little bit better. Where are the mulchers? It's there somewhere. Mulcher. That's the one probably be best for me. Ooh, I do have a problem though. That's 130 horsepower. Our Landini doesn't go up that high. Landini. What's the biggest engine I can put in a Landini? 112. So that wouldn't be able to haul the other mulcher. And just to confirm, our Landini is a 70 horsepower. Yeah, so. Alright. I mean, the options I would have is, well, take down all these olive trees and replant them and make them closer. Or just have a little extra work for myself. I do believe these have grown, so crop destruction. Yep, crop destruction. Alright. It is what it is. So probably not going to be able to fertilize or get rid of the weeds in our fields this year. But we'll get to it eventually. So the yield won't be as good this year. All that wheat, though, is going to go up to the grain mill, which we do not have yet, right? I didn't buy that grain mill. No, we got the oil mill, we got the spinnery, and we got a large greenhouse. I was just going to check. Oh, yeah, so I just want to double check here to see if our 6R, can a 6R take narrow tires? Right, we do have a 6R, right? If I'm not mistaken. Should be a 6R. Yeah, it's a 6R. So if we come in here, that's a medium tractor. No, I don't want to sell it. Sorry. I thought I was going to be able to click on it and see what my options were. So I actually got to go to the store. I think that's a medium tractor, right? 6R? 6R. And do I have the option for twins, rear twins, wides, wheel weights, standard? No narrows. All right. No options for this at all, huh? Okay. That electric, though. Wouldn't mind getting that. The electric or the methane one? What is the horsepower on these? 75 horse. That would be kind of neat to use for our olives at some point. All right, Peanut, how about you stay focused? How about you start looking for the Landini? Yeah, so while we're here, can I put... No, so the Landini, you cannot put narrow tires in that either. Well, isn't that a kick in the groin? Okay. Wide tire standard. Wide tire standard. I was kind of hoping for something interesting like that. Valtra Fent. Now, there's a T6. I would assume a T6 you can put rear narrows. Narrow tires all across the board. That's what we're kind of looking for. So we're looking at about 100,000. But if I do my fields right, I won't have to worry about it. So he says. So let me know in the comments below, because it's going to be a while before we replant our fields. So usually, like in Farming Simulator 19, you cannot fertilize twice in a row. That won't work. So I'm guessing I can't fertilize. So after we harvest the fields, I'm not going to be able to fertilize it. And then when I go around and plant with a drill, I'm pretty sure I can plant the seeds, but it won't fertilize the ground again for a double stage. I'm not sure if it'll do that. It might be a little bit tricky, because basically what you're doing is you are fertilizing the field, but the way the drill usually works is your drill actually plants the seed first and then puts the fertilizer in behind it. So as far as the game sees it, you're doing another stage of work in the field before you put down a second stage of fertilizer. I think. And of course, the way I've been thinking lately in Farming Simulator 22, that's not the way it's supposed to be. Let me double check on the animals here, how they're doing. Reproduction, they're 9 months old, so we're going to start getting more sheep, which is good. They're hardly going through the grass at all. We got about 465 liters of wool. I could bring that to the spinnery, but I'm going to wait till we get a couple pallets on that. The chickens in the small coop. No, this is the large coop, sorry. We're starting to get reproduction of chickens in the large coop, so we're going to start getting higher numbers in there. And as for here, yeah, I got to feed these chickens more often than not, which is fine. It is a small coop. Let's just come on over here. Yeah, so I thought this was going to be like a big pallet. So when I saw 1,400 pieces, I thought that was equating to 1,400 liters. But if you look at the mass, it's only 74 kilograms, which is like about 80 liters of eggs. You know what? Do I want to try to see? We'll sell a pallet and see how much we actually get for a pallet. Let's do that here. Let's actually make some money here. Johnson's Farmers Market. I think I know where that is. That is actually over by the sawmill-ish area. It's like over here somewhere. Cereal. Where is it? Animal. Sawmill. Johnson's. So if I go out, take the main strip down by the store, and get up to the sawmill there. Or we really haven't gone down. Well, we have gone down this way. We actually did field work over here somewhere. But we'll go ahead and we'll take the road less traveled down through here. And then we'll travel north. I'm going to get lost, probably. But it's probably a good thing. I haven't really been down through this way yet. And then when I get to the factory building, what is this? Oh, the dairy. Dairy and cereal factory. We'll take a left. Yeah, we're going to get lost. I'm sure we are. All right, let's grab the John Deere here. You know what? Since we're here, let me just... Oh, that's right. I forgot. In 22, you actually got to have the vehicle running to actually use the implements. There we go. Let's unattach that. And the vehicle was already running, and you turned it off because you're an idiot. So let's go ahead. All right, let's see how well I do putting pallets on the tractor in 22. I think they're auto-adjusting, right? Whoops, I got that on the wrong setting. There we go. Is that going to narrow in for me, or do I have to... So it keeps readjusting to... Oh, there it goes. Now it's kind of... Why are you going wide again? Alright, so it is kind of weird that I can tilt the eggs like that and they're not going to fall out anywhere. I mean, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to transport eggs this way. Well, let's see what I get for a full pallet of eggs. I have no idea. It should be 80 liters worth. That's funny. Now it's not showing me anything on the front. It showed it there for a while. It said 1,400. 100%, and now it shows nothing on there. So yep, all of our wheat fields are lovely full of weeds. And I never got to put it, cutting down that grass in that grass field there, but we'll get some time. Hopefully over the weekend. I am recording this on the work night, and on work nights I just don't have the extra time to put into the videos, unfortunately. I've been behind on videos quite a bit since Farming Simulator 22 came out, because 22 came out on a Monday, so all the the first 7-8 videos I recorded on work night. And then I thought last weekend, which was supposed to be a long weekend for me. Well, it was a long weekend. I had a holiday weekend. But unfortunately, I didn't have power for about 30 hours at my house. So without power, it's hard to record a video. So I had about a day and a half where I couldn't do any research on Farming Simulator 22 or make any videos. So here I am again, making videos on a work night. But hopefully over the weekend I can get more into it, if you will, per video. I really do hope, though, next day or so, that some sales come up that we need. That'd be nice, but if not, the fertilizer spreader is something I'm going to start doing those contracts, because, like people said, fertilizing contracts are still the way to go. You get paid well on fertilizing contracts. Harvesting contracts is I've also been hearing, don't take harvesting contracts on smaller fields. Is this the road I need? Where's my map? Yes, this is the road I want to take. So it looks like the forks, it did go through, but now... yeah, well, we're transporting the eggs. Let's ignore that. And now it's showing again at the bottom right-hand corner they got 1,400. I don't know. But I'm curious to see what we get. According to the pallet only is 74 kilograms, so it's not that much in liters. I do hope the 1,400 is 1,400 liters, because that means that's what I'm hoping for. Because I do need the cash. We all know that at this point. Well, that's a big jump up on the bridge. But you get a modded vehicle that can do like 100 miles an hour. You hit that sucker, you're gonna go flying. So up here, this should be the cereal mill factory, if you will, and also the dairy. All right, so because we will be getting into these as well, just kind of curious how much the dairy. 70,000. That's not bad. The production buildings don't really cost that much, but I mean, if you are playing on hard economy at the beginning, they do cost quite a bit. The cereal mill goes for 110. Now, I do have oats, and oats can go to the cereal factory. I just don't know what it takes to actually make cereal. What other ingredients I may need to make cereal. Let's go this way here. So the only way on here is I probably should have my beacons on. A farming tractor on the interstate. That's what you want. We're going to do this because we can. We're in a farming tractor. We can cut right across the interstate. It's good. It's all good. That's the first time I've been on this part of the map. Ooh, look at the sheds over here. Now, see, if you were to buy this land, it's unfortunate because I don't think these are open up or anything, right? No. So you just have this building here that you wouldn't be able to use, but at least you got this one you could use. Are all the lights in 22, are they automatic? I see lights in here, or is there a switch here I just didn't see yet? Okay, let's continue on here. And let's turn off the helper HUD. We don't need that on. Some say I do. Where does that go? Let's go ahead and take a ride over there. Is that just like a forestry area? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I'm hoping these eggs don't fall off. I'm not paying any attention. If they fall off, I'm not even going to notice. I'm too busy looking at the map. Yeah, so this is going to be the forest area, so if you want to do some forestry work. And if I do forestry work, I'm probably going to wait until an auto-loading trailer comes available, because I've tried it a few times, loading up logs in the back of a trailer, and I can do it. It just takes forever, but it's one of those things I'm pretty sure the more I did it, the better I get at it. Okay, so we need to go now. Yeah, let's go down here and then turn left. By the time I get there, the price will probably has changed on the eggs. So either we're going to get, you know, over 2,000, or we're going to get very little. So I think this is where we brought the hay for the grass contract that we did the first year. The very, very, very first year. Now, let me just double check that we're at the right place. I think we are. Johnson's Farmers Market. If we come in here, Johnson's Farmers Market 1669. So now I think I have to, I think it's going to be this sell point. So the eggs are being sold. So I think 1,400 is 1,400 liters, because we're going to get a good amount of cash from it. Yes, we got 2,336. Alright, so I'm just going to leave this here for a second because I don't want to lose my train of thought, which I can do pretty easily sometimes. So, yeah, if we come here, it says this pallet is 72 kilograms. But the pieces are what is actually mattering for literage. There's that word again, literage. Go figure. Let me jump back into the John Deere. Alright, so now I'm happy again on the eggs. Yes, the eggs are... Okay, I'm all set. I'm all set in the eggs. We are good on the eggs. We are go for launch. So the other chicken coop, let's get more chickens in there by them reproducing and have them get more eggs. So the start of year number 2, I promise this will be a better year. I've now learned we got to do steps in certain orders, or you can't do it like you did 19 to where, you know, plants like, yeah, I'll throw the lime down later, not a big deal. We'll have to put the lime down probably after we fertilize. We'll fertilize and then put the lime down and then plant. And then by then, hopefully we'll bring the wheat on up to our grain mill, which is way up here somewhere. I'm not going to buy it yet. I just want to keep the money because I got a lot of stuff that we want to buy. I know some people said, why don't you just lease until you can afford it? I'm just not one that likes to lease. I like to buy it, park it in my, well, I like to put it around my shed. Sometimes I park them in the shed. But put it around the shed and just forget it, and it's there. But I do like the challenge. You know, for those of you who were here for the Pacific Northwest Challenge, which was $55 million loan that we paid off. But that wasn't in seasons. We are now playing in seasons, but I'm not going to 55 million. Slow down. We're not doing that. No. I'm not going that high. I don't even like going up to 4 million, which is what we're at now. But we could reach 5 million max. But then again, I said 2 million max, and we're double that already. Anyways, yeah, so let's just ignore how much money. It's not about the money. I know that. We're just here to learn what this series is all about. And, or what Farming Simulator is all about, and I'm learning as I go, and you guys are telling me, and I am learning, and I'm sure some of you, hopefully some of you are learning from my mistakes. I'm here to show you mistakes. I'm here to make mistakes so you don't have to. That's what I'm here for right now. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Elmcreek, but until then, have a good one.